Welcome everyone, Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. Verasity here in conversation before we go into the chart. Couple of things to point out. Really good news here. Verasity has announced that it will indeed continue its staking aspect with a holding of 18.25% per annum all the way through to 2023. Now, I remember a few videos back discussing, I wonder if they will continue the staking program for another year, and it's great to see that they are. And it's also great to see that the APR, to be fair, is still very solid as well. I don't think they've updated the website yet. It's still saying 25.55%. I'm assuming that updates when you actually stake, or I don't know, maybe you get lucky and you actually get to keep that. So do go check that out. The VRAWallet.tv. So this is where the official VRA or Verasity wallet is held. You can log in basically with an email and password, and you can use also, I think it's Microsoft's version of Google Authenticator. So it's basically the Microsoft Authenticator app to put an additional layer of security on there. And if I remember correctly, there is a mnemonic phrase. I have to double check that. But I don't stake Verasity just yet. I think I've made that clear in many videos. I've been just trying to accumulate more and more of it. Originally, the reason was didn't have a huge bag of it as such. And by the time I took out KuCoin and took out the fee for that, it was it's going to take quite a while for that to reaccumulate just the fee and then make money off it. So I chose to keep it in the exchange for now and continue to build. Probably in a bit of a better position now, to be honest, to pull it across. I will probably have to do a video for you guys maybe to see how that works. But I think the fee on KuCoin, for example, right now is 750. So when I was looking at it originally, it was like 2,000 VRA to be used to do it. So I'm not massively fussed about 750 being used to do that. I think I could probably reestablish that quite quickly. But yeah, I think I might spend a bit more time in this lower market that we are in right now to accumulate a bit more, and then add to this wallet in the coming weeks. Of course, one learning that I've had many a time with staking is not to put all of it in there. If you do want to try and take advantage of the markets as time goes by, do keep some back in the exchange, because sometimes you do have lock-in periods for some of these staking pools. And it might take a few days or a week, sometimes 2 weeks, to get your rewards or your tokens back out of a staking pool. And by that time, you missed all the fun in the market. So if you're looking long term, fine, stick it in. But if you have the mindset that you want to try and take advantage of big rises and stuff in the near future, potentially, that my recommendation, financial advice just from experience, is to try and keep some back on the exchange for you to do your business, as it were. So let's keep an eye out for this. We will probably do a video on how to stake for sure. Minimum stake required is 10,000 VRA, just for those that didn't know. And of course, how much could you earn with staking? Well, even with 10,000, you get 7 back, which is really cool. I definitely don't have 200 million. But that's quite a lot of Verasity per day. Imagine when we get to $1 for Verasity, hopefully one day. That is obscene amounts, isn't it? Per day. Absolutely. I can imagine some early adopters getting these kind of amounts for sure. But yeah, very, very interesting indeed. It still says 25.55% here on per year as well. So I'll have to see how that pans out, whether they change that or not. But good news nonetheless, guys. And yeah, not much more going on. We've covered, obviously, the Crypto.com listing, which is really cool. And there's a few other listings as well, and ramping up as well. So when I mean ramping, it means that they're coordinating the ability to use Verasity with other currencies. So yeah, very, very cool. And we will always continue to cover Verasity. Let's jump into the chart very quickly. Going to do some more videos later today when work is finished. I literally slept for 3 hours last night. So Verasity is on a nice tail up. We covered this in a brief live video last night. So taking from these lower points here, 7th, 8th of March, with a very nice climb up to this top area here of 58%, which is actually really, really good. So we've taken ourselves down from these buying areas that we were getting originally, 1.7, 1.8 cents, taking ourselves up to very much over 3 cents. In fact, yesterday I think it was 2.94, so 2.94 cents, almost 3 cents, but not enough power and investment to take us over that line. It's rejected that Fib retracement level, and we're now sort of balancing ourselves currently just over this 2.6, 2.7 mark. So really cool to see this development. I'm just going to pull down this marker here to a proper level so we can actually see this properly and take that up to there. So that should give us a bit more accuracy here. So as you can see, at the moment, this line here of 2.7 is a very critical area. So we've had the attack here on the 27th of March, couldn't quite make it, but just under. We had the drop down, but support at 2.5 cents. And now we're taking ourselves back up past that 2.7 and tried to get nearer to 2.8, 2.9 again. And so far today, it's not going so bad. But yeah, 2.7 is a sweet spot right now, matching some volatility that we had here in February. And of course, very nice touch points back here in January. And unfortunate, come downs here in January towards the end as well. So it's a really good identifiable point, especially here in September as well. Look at this. Very interesting indeed. Good touch points. So this is going to be an area that we're going to probably test quite a bit now. I'm not saying that it's not going to come down a bit lower again and test this area. And we drew this box in yesterday. This is an area I'm interested in now for buying. 2.5 cents is going to be my higher region of buying, and this lower region as well. Am I buying right now? No, because we're in an upward trend. I don't do that. I like to buy the dips, as it were. And for me to confirm a dip, I need to see a proper move. I can't just decide in this last 2-3 days what's going on. If it continues to rise, absolutely brilliant, because we've been buying this a lot around these 1.8, 1.7 cents regions over the last couple of months. And it's finally nice to see a bit of return. But I'm not excited just yet. I still think Verasity is a phenomenal project. It's going to have a very big future and a very unique future as well. But for sure, right now, we're in an over-purchasing stage. We can confirm that with all the RSI detail and data here as well. You can see here, very nice volatility and an absolute spike up. The wave pattern on the histogram is massive. So yeah, for me, floating around 14-day at 66 RSI. If I just go back yesterday, I don't think it even got that far up. So it is approaching numbers of interest to me, but the 28-day for me, in my opinion, for me personally, is of better interest. If that starts getting to 65, 70, I might pick up my ears and go, oh, actually, I might take some profits for Verasity. We'll have to see. So right now, it's looking very good. I would say that it probably needs a bit of stabilization around this area to determine what it's doing. And it's literally going to be probably a bit of a limbo moment the next couple of days to decide whether it's going to float around this area and support, or if we're going to test the lower region, which is where we've got to buy areas, and then bring itself back up, or it might just take off a bit furthermore. I think many factors, of course, the continuation of the market development, but of course the staking is going to help. I think a lot of people are interested in that the last few days. It's funny how all these projects come together all at the same time and start doing really cool stuff. It's like their fingers are on the pulse, ready to move and go, oh, actually, yeah, the market's recovering. This is a great time to start announcing things for sure. I have no doubt in my mind there's some play in that for sure as well. But look at this on the weekly, 31%, 43% on the month. Still down on the 3 months. This is why I'm not massively excited just yet. Obviously very positive, very excited to see small developments, but I'm not overly excited to the point where I'm not like jumping for joy yet, because I want to see us return back to these top levels here, 8-9 cents. And I of course want to see my prediction come in for the bull run, whenever that might be, to see it at least try and hopefully push for 20 cents. That would be a beauty of a profit taking for sure, from where we've been to where we could get to. So plenty of room for movement. There's plenty of room as well to attack these previous big areas of like 3.4 cents, for example. These top areas around 5, and of course the big golden areas 8 to 10 cents. I would love to see that this year. Let us know in the comments below what you think about Verasity. Where do you think it's going to end up this year? For me personally, I think like the FOMO aspect is in right now. We need to correct over the next week or so perhaps. But yeah, I don't think it's fully over yet. We'll have to see. But I do anticipate us dropping down, because we do need to test these areas. There's no way we can just fly up into the air, because it will come down significantly albeit whether that's short term or long term. We saw it many times, even in this chart, as you can see, big moves, and then ultimately it does come back down eventually. But of course, opportunity for profit taking is indeed on the cards. Guys, let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll indeed see you in the next Verasity video, and also many other videos later today. Goodbye.